welcome to Barre with Mary. It is week 3 of your spring reset, and today is all about lower body. This one's going to be a doozy. It's going to be fun. I have a weird sense of fun, I think. It is definitely going to be challenging on a physical level. It's going to burn, but you've got this. It's 30 minutes. All you need is something that can slide. So I am on hardwood, as you can see. So I'm using a dish towel. If you have a slider, fantastic. If you are on carpet, go ahead and grab something like a hardbound or hardcover book rather, or a magazine, or an upside down frisbee, anything that's really smooth and will slide. You also could try just wearing socks. That also works. Go ahead and toss your slider to the side for now. Find your feet in parallel, and start here by taking your hips back and hinging your torso forward, just coming into a hinge position, not worrying about bending the knees yet. Now from there, I want you to really reach your hips back as you bend the knees and come into your squat. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And as you exhale, we drive through the heels, squeeze the glutes, and stand all the way. You take it down and lift. It's squat and stand. If you want to mix the arms, you're more than welcome to do that. Today is really going to be more about the lower body. It's great though to get that little bit of heat building through the core by adding this extra stability work. You're going to hold it low in 3, in 2. Now I want you to hold this one low. Stay low in the legs. Inhale, sweep the arms back. Let the palms face the floor. Exhale, sweep the arms overhead. Keep the shoulders soft. Yes, it's inhale back. And exhale, reach. It's inhale back. Keep going with your arms. Take a minute. Check in with your legs. The weight should be shifted back into the heels. I want you to really squeeze your shin bones in towards each other. And then in opposition, I want you to press your thigh bones out. So with the shins in and the thighs out, you're going to feel a lot of stability through both knee joints. Last one, sweep it back. Bring it forward. Go ahead and take your hands to your hips. I'm going to spin to face you. Stay low. Take that right leg. I want you to externally rotate the leg. So turn the whole leg out from the hip. From there, pass through your parallel and internally rotate just as far as you can keep everything in alignment. So it's external and internal. It's external and internal. So you may have a lot more external rotation than internal rotation. That's okay. The idea is to keep the knee, the ankle, the toes, all in line with each other. The whole leg from the hip joint is moving. 2 more, external, internal, last one. Now I want you to rotate back to parallel right where you started. Inhale. And as you exhale, drive to the left foot and pull the right shin up into your chest, catching a hold of it with the hands. Take a moment and circle the right ankle around. Finding your balance on the left leg, reverse the circle. Squeezing through the outer left glute. Inhale here, and as you exhale, let your left hand release. Let your right hand gently guide your right thigh open, just getting a nice opening for the inner thigh, for the hip. It might feel good to pull the knee closer in towards the armpit. It might feel good to take a little circle, whatever you need to do. And absolutely, it balances the challenge. Grab something with this left hand. Something stable, preferably. Inhale, draw that right knee back to center. Squeeze it up towards the chest. Exhale, lower back down to your squat. Hips back, shins in, thighs out. Go a little down, little up, little down, little up. Hands can be at prayer. They can be your hips. It's totally your call. Wherever you are, this small range of motion is a great opportunity to look down at your alignment. Making sure you can see all 10 toes because your hips are reaching so far back. Remember that when you take a hinge, the first movement should be hips back. So that's in a squat, in a hinge lunge, wherever you are. You're here for 4, 3, 2, it's the whole left leg now that's going to externally rotate. Whole leg from the hip joint passes through parallel and internally rotates, yes. So it's external and internal. It's out and in. Now you might notice one side has more or less rotation than the other. That's totally fine. Remember, this should be discovery, not judgment, right? Because realistically, a lot of mobility and range of motion Has to do with how your bones are structured, right? Which you get no say in that, do you? You have 4 more of these. Finding this lubrication for the hip joints. Beautiful. 2 more. Take it open. And out. Last one. External rotation. Internal. Come back to parallel. Big breath in. Push through the right foot to the left shin up. And catch it with the hands. Go ahead and circle to that left ankle. Just warming up a little bit through that joint. Squeeze through the outer right glute and really feel length as you reverse the circle in the left ankle. Soften the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, drop the right hand, let the left hand open that left thigh. Get a nice opening here for the inner thigh. For the hips, again, if you want to take a little wiggle, if you need to find balance, feel free to grab hold of something. Or right hand can just be on your right hip here. Big breath in, drawing the left shin back to center. Exhale, pull it a little closer. Yes. From here, lower that left foot down. Come back to your squat one more time. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Things are going to change. We're coming into our right side work. We're there in 4. Maybe arms extend. 3, hips sink lower. 2, squeeze the glute, stand all the way up. Take your right foot on your mat and your left foot on your slider. I'm just going to slide my mat over a little so you have a little more space. Now your right foot here is going to ground down onto your mat. Right heel takes the majority of the weight. Left hip spins forward. Right hip draws back. Now again, you're going to take that hinge position, so hips are going to go back as you slide your left toes long behind you, hinging the torso forward so the shoulders stack over this front right knee. From there, slowly push through your right heel and rise all the way back up to where you started. It's 4 counts. Take it down. 2, 3, 4. Take a lift. 2. Squeeze through the right glute. Take it down. 2, 3, 4. It's squeeze. Lift. Now as you move here, it's going to be slow. You really want to try to sustain the movement as long as possible. Because what you're doing there is building all of the muscles in this really long, extended way. Meaning, you're holding the contraction as long as you can, and you're controlling the movement, which means you're not only working the big muscles, but you're also going to be working those smaller supporting muscles as well. Yes, press it up. 2, 3. You have 2 more. Go down. 2, 3, 4. Push that right heel. Glide yourself up. Last one. I want you to hold this one down. Stay low. Squeeze the inner thighs together and feel that back left hip draw forward just a little bit so you're squaring off to the pelvis. Come up just an inch. Go down an inch. Drive through the right heel to come up. Extend the left toes back. It's a little up and little reach. So I'm hoping you're starting to feel a lot of heat build in this front right leg. Right glute, right hamstring, and 100% right quadricep is working here too, yes. 4 more, it's up an inch and down. So notice if you're coming up out of this contraction, I want you to stay low. It's just a little up and big down. Last one, stay low on this right leg, inhale. As you exhale, I want you to hinge your torso forward even more, floating that left leg up, finding this little seesaw position. And then as you inhale, lower your left toes, lift your heart. Yes, if you want to add your arms, you sweep them back as you hinge it forward. And then they can come up to heart center as you lift the chest. Hinge it. 2, 3, 4. Find that find that slider with the back toes. It's lift. 2, 3, whoa, 4, balanced. 2, lift it up. 2 more, it's lift, dive, pulling back with the right hip, and lower. 2, lift the heart. Last one, go dive. 2, 3, 4, it's back. 2, hold it right there. Hands can stay where they are, or they can come back to your hips. Back left leg pulls in. Now stay with me here. Left leg crosses on a slight diagonal. So left toes come behind right heel. Left knee pulls in, and this time it's gonna glide straight back. So you pull it in, you cross it slightly, you pull it in, you slide it straight back. Yes, left knee pulls in, left leg crosses, left leg in, beautiful. 4 more, it's in. Now as you tire here, notice if you're gripping in the toes of the right foot. Soften the toes and really push down to the right heel here. Right hip pulls back 2 more, it's in. And cross, my right glute is on fire. I hope yours is too. Last one, go in. And cross, now right here, I want you to take it halfway in and hold it. So left toes line up with the right heel. Torso is still hinged forward. Shoulders stack over this front right knee. And just go a little down, little drop, little drop. Now this is it in the standing position. We're coming down to all fours. And we're gonna take the work more into the right quadricep. Yes, but first I want you to really burn out your right side glute. You're here for 8, 7, you do have a hold. It's in 4, 3, 2, hold it. Right hip pulls back, left hip draws forward, take a big breath in. And as you exhale, sink lower. It's 4, all fours in 3, all fours in 2. Tap that back left knee down, find all fours. Hands are gonna come onto your mat. And if your knees need to be off the mat, they actually should be off the mat, yes. Take the hands into the shoulders. Spread the fingers really, really wide here. Tuck the toes and switch where the slider is. So you're gonna now take your slider underneath that right foot. Inhale. And as you exhale, hover the knees just 2 inches up and off your mat, little bear plank position. Now from here, I want you to slide the right leg out. Squeeze it in. Right leg slides out. Right leg pulls in. Now if this is too intense, left knee can tap down, okay? So now we're incorporating some core stabilizing work. Things are gonna get real pretty soon, and we're really gonna fire up the right quadricep. Go 4, 3, 2, now I want you to hold that bear plank position. Take your left foot and hook it over your right ankle. Yes, so now all of your weight is on your hands and your right foot. Same pattern, slide the right leg out, pull the right leg in, breathe. Inhale, exhale, yes. As you pull the right knee in, notice if you're piking your hips up. See if you can keep your hips in line with your shoulders. 4, and squeeze, yes. Go 3, you've got this. Squeeze, you're here for 2. Last one, hold that hover. Say, yes, I can. Check in with yourself, find your breath, and extend your left leg long. Lift that left leg up, go a little lift, little squeeze, little lift. Notice if you're dropping your belly and arching your back. Abdominals strong. Right knee hovers just an inch, go 8, 7, you're almost there, I promise. It's just 4, 3, 2, hold it, big inhale. Exhale, lower the right knee just slightly. Squeeze that left glute. This is your hold, it's 4, it's 3, it's 2, woohoo! Tap your knees down, child's pose. Take a minute here and check back in with your body. Notice how that felt. And notice where your mind went when it got really challenging, right? Take 2 more big breaths. I'm just gonna move my mat. Because sometimes we talk ourselves out before our body talks us out of it, right? And our mind says we're done, but really our body could do more. Or maybe we're speaking not super kindly to ourselves. So check in on that as you find your way up to standing. Left foot's gonna be on your mat, right foot's gonna be on your slider. If it helps, I found that incredibly challenging. Ground down through your left heel. Left hip pulls back. Standing really tall, big inhale. As you exhale again, hips go back. Right toes slide back and torso hinges forward. Pause here for a moment. Shoulders stack over this front left knee. Left hip back and right hip forward. drive down through your left heel. 4 counts, stand, 2, 3, 4, 4 counts down. Hips go way back. Yes, it's up, 2, 3, squeeze the glute at the top, and slowly take it back down, keep going. So a big part of this spring reset is not just building strength, not just building mobility and flexibility and stamina and routine, right? The routine of moving more frequently, but also kind of checking in with the voice that we have for ourselves and really questioning if what you tell yourself while you're moving your body is helpful. Because it can be, absolutely. It can also be really detrimental, right? So checking in and assessing if the way you handle those challenging moments is helping or hurting you. 2 more. Go down. 2, 3, 4. Go lift. 2, 3. This one you're going to take it down, you're going to hold it. Beautiful. Draw the left hip back. Just 1 inch, you're going to drive up 1 inch, down 1 inch, little up, little down, little lift, little lower. So left heel drives down into the mat to bring you up just 1 inch. If at any point balance is an issue, just take your left hand to something. That's totally fine. As I say that, and fall over. Up 1 inch, down 1 inch. Go 4, 3, 2. Now I want you to hold this one low. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to dive your heart forward, coming into this warrior 3, this little seesaw position. And as you inhale, you're going to lower your right toes and lift your heart, coming back to that lunge. Let's exhale. Find that flat back, hinging forward. As you inhale, right toes down, heart lifts up. If you want to add the arms, sweep them back. 2, 3, 4, and lift the heart. 2, 3, 4. Keeping a soft bend in your left knee so you're not locking out as you come into that seesaw position. 2 more. 2, 3, 4, and back. 2, 3. Last one is lift. 2, 3. Slowly take it back. 2, 3. There it is. 4. I was having a hard time finding my slider. Hold it there. Shoulders hinge forward over that front left knee. Back right leg pulls in. Here's where you take that small cross. Pause here. Right hip is still pointing forward. Right toes line up with left heel. Right knee pulls in, and then this time you go straight back. There's your pattern. Pull it in. Little cross. Right leg pulls in. Right leg straight back. Yes. Hands can be wherever they feel successful in helping you balance. Find your breath. Here's where it starts to really burn and really get challenging. So how can you support yourself here? Is it by taking deeper breaths? Is it by tuning out the voice in your head? Is it by changing the voice in your head? Is it by flipping me off? Whatever you need, it's 4. Back. 3. Man, my balance is really off you up too. That's okay. Last one, I want you to hold that cross. Now draw the leg in just halfway. So right knee is bent, right toes in line with left heel. Pull your left hip back and take the hips. Little drop, little down, little down. Left hip is leading the charge here, yes. Left heel is driving down into the mat, and right hip is spinning forward. You're here for 8, 7. You do have a hold. It's 4, 3, 2. Hold it. Big inhale. Exhale, bend that back right knee deeper. Shoulders are hinging forward. All 4s is where we're going in 4. You're there in 3. You're there in 2. Tap that right knee down. Ooh, all 4s. Switching the slider underneath your left foot. Spreading through the fingers. Tucking the toes. Take an inhale. As you exhale, hover the knees. Just the left leg extends, draws in. Take it out. Now again, if this first part feels better, supported for you, then go ahead and tap your right knee down. As you extend the left leg, I want you to squeeze the left quadricep. Go 4, 3, 2, hold the in. Take your right foot, hook it over your left ankle. So weight is on your palms and on your left foot. Same pattern, send the left leg long. Pull the left knee in. Inhale, exhale. Find your breath. Take a break at any point if you need it. But no, you just have one more variation. 4 more. It's reach and pull. Yes. Hips stay in line with your shoulders. 2 more. Reach and pull. Last one. I want you to hold that bear plank. Extend your right leg. You can always tap your left knee down if you need. Start to lift the right leg up. Let's go. Little lift, little lift. Left knee is at a hover. Try not to lift your hips higher. You're here for 8, 7, 6. It's a hold in 4, 3, 2. Hold it. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze the right glute. Lower that left knee. You're here for 4. On your back in 3. On your back in 2. Woo! Lay back. On your back. You do not need your slider. You're going to take your feet to the outer edges of your mat. So heels are on the edges of your mat, and toes externally rotate. Arms can be wherever you feel comfortable. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, I want you to drive through both heels, squeeze the glutes, and feel your pubic bone draw up towards your belly button to hover your seat just a few inches off your mat. Tap the seat down, push to the heels, lift the seat up, it's tap it down. Squeeze the glutes, yes, tap down. Squeeze and lift. So you'll think back to the beginning of class when we did our warm-up. We took external rotation with the legs. You're in external rotation here. Probably not your full rotation, maybe like 10 and 2 if you're looking at a clock. But from the hip joint, the whole leg is externally rotated. 2 more. Inhale, tap. Exhale, squeeze. Last one. Now I want you to hold the hover. I want you to push down through your heels. And without actually moving, imagine dragging your heels back toward your seat. Go, a little pull, hold. A little pull, hold. As you imagine pulling your heels back, you're gonna fire up the hamstrings. But I also want you to feel your inner thighs pressing out. So you maintain that external rotation. You're not rolling in on the arches of the feet. You're gonna get some inner thigh work and some outer thigh work here as well. 4 more, go 4, 3, 2. I want you to hold the energy of the heels pulling in and just lift the seat. Little up, little lift, little squeeze. So glutes are squeezing here. It's not that you're arching your rib cage or arching your low back. Ribs are hugging in and down. Face and neck are soft. The energy of your heels is continuing to pull back as you're squeezing through this seat. Let's go. It's 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3. I want you to hold that lift and just press the thighs. A little press, a little out, a little squeeze, a little squeeze. So heels are still energetically pulling back. Both cheeks are still squeezing on your butt, not your face. And inner thighs are pressing open. Little press, little press. So now you're really working into the outer glute. This is it to your final hold. So maybe close your eyes and see where you can soften. Maybe you can soften in your face, in your eyebrows, in your jaw. Maybe it's in your neck and in your shoulders. Maybe it's in your toes or your fingers. You have 8 more presses. Let's go. It's 8, 7, 6. Your final hold is in 4, 3, 2. I want you to hold that press out. Push down through the heels. Press the inner thighs open. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, I want you to draw the heels back and squeeze the seat, lifting it just a little bit higher. Maybe send the fingertips up. Letting the arm bones soften. You're here for 8, 7. Ribs are soft. Bring your attention to your glutes. You're here for 4. Inner thighs press out. 3. It's just 2 and 1. Drop the seat. Hug the knees in. Ooh, and feel free to rock from side to side. Now that was a burner. You did amazing. Take your hands to the tops of your knees and just take a minute here to draw little circles in the hip joint. I love doing this before I take a deep stretch like a figure four, just to kind of release and loosen everything. Reverse your circle. I feel and find it makes my figure four a lot more effective. Last one. And for that, let's go to the figure four. Across the left ankle, over the right thigh. The left foot can the right foot could absolutely be planted here, or you could float it up, it's your call. If you're lifted, go ahead and slide your hands back behind that right thigh and gently draw it in towards your chest. Now I encourage you to flex your feet here just to help protect the knee joints. And really press the left thigh bone open as you draw the right thigh in towards the chest. Here's a great opportunity to check in with yourself and notice what calls to you. Do you want to just hold and breathe in this position, or does a little bit of movement sound better for you? Take a big inhale. Take a big exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Keep your legs in the shape that they are. Lay your arms open to a cactus or a T. Let the legs fall to the right. The left foot is going to stamp down into the floor. Take your right hand, grab a hold of your left ankle, and then from there gently press your right thigh away as you anchor down through your left shoulder. Join me here for 2 big breaths. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, big inhale. Big exhale. Inhale your legs back to center to switch sides, crossing the right ankle over the left thigh. Again, left foot can 100% plant. This might be plenty of stretch for you. Or if you want to get a little deeper, if you have a little more mobility in the hips, go ahead and float the right leg up, the left leg up, and grab a hold behind the left thigh. Gently drawing the left thigh towards your chest, letting your right thigh open. If some movement feels good for you here, then take it. Big inhale. Big exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Let your arms open to a cactus or to a T, legs fall to the left. Left hand's gonna come down, grab the right ankle. As you stamp the right foot into the mat or the floor, go ahead and press the right inner thigh open and anchor down through the right shoulder. So nice hip opener, little quadricep opener here as well, and still getting into the glutes and into the IT band. Let's take 2 big breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale your way back to center. However you want to come up to a seated position, find your way there. Find a position with the legs that feels comfortable for you. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, let the arms go. That is your class. Fantastic work. That was not an easy class, and I'm sure you rocked it.